August 18th, 2011.
December 1st,
June 15th, 1991.
Was the scariest night.
Was the scariest night.
Was the scariest night.
Was the scariest night. Was the scariest night of my life.
It sounded like somebody had kicked the door in. If somebody was in my home, I have to defend myself. This mirror flies off the wall.
Whatever this was going to kill me.
All I know is I wanted to get Kara safe.
I'm thinking, I'm not going to make it. I might die.
My name is Robin, and May 7th, 2011 was the scariest night of my life. In 2011, me and my daughter, Kara, moved into our new apartment. Nice little place in the duplex. I'm a single mom, and it's just her and I. Kara's out for the night. She's out with her friends, and I'm upstairs, just doing my normal chores. I'm folding laundry. I'm very particular with that kind of thing, so I'm taking my time. I'm just enjoying myself. I hear somebody call, "Mom," and I'm going, well, I actually went out of my bedroom. I lean over the banister and go, "What? What do you want?" And there was no answer. I'm going, that is really, 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 really weird. It's weird because I know that Kara is not home. There was no one there. It was eerily silent, very strange. At this point, I'm just really, really creeped out.
Kara?
It's very weird for me because I've never experienced anything like that. I figured that maybe I'm just getting kind of weirded out, new environment, new home, whatever. I just shrug it off. I was doing my normal nightly chores at home, trying to keep the house tidy. The dishes started rustling around, kind of moving a little bit, like clinking together. And I'm standing there in total awe of what I'm witnessing. It's like somebody was shaking them, and I'm like, what the heck is that? And I'm thinking maybe there's a little tremor in the ground, like a little earthquake. sounded like somebody had kicked the door in. Like, that's how loud it was. It totally freaked me out. It was so loud, it actually shook the walls. It vibrated the walls. Like, I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. I'm panicking. My heart's racing 100 miles an hour. Scared is not the word I would even choose to use at this point. I was... Scared is not the word to use. I figured if somebody was in my home, I have to defend myself because I'm by myself. I grabbed a knife. So I'm walking around in my house, freaking out with this huge knife in my hand. I'm thinking that something was going on. I look in the living room. There's nothing there. I slowly creep up the stairs. I'm like scrambling, looking around, wondering what the heck's going on. I go to Kara's room and check it out. There's nobody there. It's, whew. It's weird. Nobody is there. I don't know. Shaking my head, wondering what the heck's going on. Then I go in my room. All of a sudden, I'm smelling rotting flesh. This shelf tips over. I thought I was seeing things. My name is Robin, and May 7th, 2011 was the scariest night of my life. I hear somebody call, "Mom!" It's weird, because I know that Kara is not home. The dishes started clinking together. It sounded like somebody had kicked the door in. I have to defend myself. I figured if somebody was in my home, I have to defend myself, because I'm by myself. And it's thankfully just Kara coming home from her night out with her little friends.
So, was it with your friends?
I was very relieved that it was just the front door banging and that there was no intruders of any kind in my house. I turned Karen in for the rest of the evening, and she's in her room, down for the night. I grabbed my computer and decided to go hang out in the living room. Now on my computer, start researching this place. I want to know if there's anything weird has happened in this home, but at this point, I don't find anything. It's getting a little warm, and so I take my sweater off. And I realize there's bruises on my arm. I could not believe what I was seeing. It looked like fingerprints. They looked like somebody had grabbed me by my arm. I know nobody has touched me. I haven't been in any kind of confrontation with anybody, and I'm wondering, where did these bruises come from? Something was going on. In the beginning, I thought I was losing my mind. But now there's markings on my body, trying to figure out what is going on in this home and to me. It seemed like this thing wanted my attention. I continued doing some research on the computer. Is this place haunted? Is there any deaths that occurred in this home? All of a sudden, I'm smelling putrid, sulfur-like smell, rotting flesh. So I put my computer down and go investigate. I go into the kitchen. There's no garbage being left out. Was there something in the fridge? Nothing. Underneath the fridge, maybe there's a dead mouse. Nothing. The kitchen is clean. There's nothing in the garbage at all. So I go upstairs. I go in the bathroom and check it out. Cat litter's clean. The smell is definitely not coming from the bathroom. No idea where the smell's coming from at all. None. I go back into the living room. I continued doing some research on the computer. This shelf tips over. It tips over to the point where you would think that the pictures and the candles on the shelves would fall off. They don't. They don't fall off. Not one candle moved. Not one knick-knack moved. I could not believe what I was seeing. It's outrageous what I'm witnessing. What is going on? Like, seriously. So the night just carries on, and I play on my computer. I see at the corner of my eye this dark, tall shadow. I froze. I thought I was seeing things. So I just try to grapple my mind around what is going on. Grab myself a drink from the kitchen, try to calm myself down. I'm thinking about Kara. Is she sleeping still? So I drift away on the couch. And then it came back. I smelt this smell again.
Get away from me!
I'm thinking of Kara, and I need to get to her. And I'm using all my force to keep this door closed. My name is Robin, and May 7th, 2011 was the scariest night of my life. It's getting a little warm, and so I take my sweater off. There's bruises on my arm. All of a sudden, I'm smelling rotting flesh. No idea where the smell's coming from at all. I smelt this smell again. I already looked around, and I knew at this point that there was nothing for me to even look for. There's this black mass, kind of like the shape of a person. You could make out shoulders, head. And this thing was actually making a hissing sound. I felt threatened. I'm thinking of Kara, and I need to get to her.
Get away from me! Get away from me!
The lights are going flickering on and off.
Leave me alone!
All I know is I wanted to get Kara safe. I trip on the stairs. The black creature coming after me. I go to Kara's room, and I'm trying not to be frantic.
Wait, honey, I need you to get up.
This kid would sleep like the dead.
I need you to wake up.
So I'm just shaking her, and I'm going, Kara, come on, get up, please, get up.
Let's wake up.
She's wondering what's going on. I said, don't worry about it.
Just need you to go right now. Shh.
get into my room and I close the door. And I could feel the pressure of this being, this thing, against the door. And I'm using all my force to keep this door closed. Trying to get this thing, whatever it is, what is going on in this house, to leave us alone. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, leave us alone! Leave me alone! Leave me alone!
Get away from us!
I'm telling this thing, get the hell away from me! I'm getting angry just thinking about this and how much it tortured me.
Go away! Go away! Go away! It's gone. I think it's gone. It's okay. It's okay.
I gave her a big hug and I said, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay, Kara. Her and I stayed in my bedroom for the rest of the night, and it was quiet for the remainder of that evening. Thank God. And that was the scariest night of my life. After all of this, I needed to get help. So I contacted a psychic medium. He told me things that nobody could have ever known. He told me what was in my house was a demon. He cleansed my place. I was so grateful that he had come over. After he left, not one thing has happened in this place. I'm just glad that it's over. This mirror flies off the wall.
There was absolutely no logical explanation. And I noticed these footprints on the ceiling. I was being chased. I have never been that terrified in my entire life. My name is Amy, and June 15th, 1991 was the scariest night of my life. My mom had a really dear friend named David. He lived in this fantastic house. 3-bedroom, lots of space, great backyard, great location, right by the subway, right by schools.
I can smell his cologne.
Inside, it was a little bit quirky, but he was really an artistic soul. And he would collect things from his various travel. His personality filled the house, and it made it feel like a warm, safe environment. He was an important part of my life, and he was an important part of my mother's life. He loved mirrors, so there were tons of mirrors everywhere. The house had a really great feel to it. And he also would pick up little sort of spiritual items. Unfortunately, he took ill.
Check this out, Mom.
He said to my mother, I would love for you to take over the lease of this house, because he knew how much we loved it. He died in the house, and shortly thereafter, we moved in. It felt right. It felt like home.
Oh, cool, you brought it.
My friend had purchased a spirit board. She brought it over to the house. We thought it would be a great idea for us to fool around with it.
You ready? Yep. Okay. So, first question.
We didn't know what we were doing. So we did all the cliche sort of things. Is there someone in the room with us? Or is there a presence here? I was trying to be serious. She was trying to be serious. But there's always a bit of joking around when it comes to things like that.
Did you move it?
How did you move it?
Do you know how to, turn it off or, say goodbye? Bye. Bye. Okay.
Eventually, we realized, well, nothing's happening here, so we put it away. She didn't want to take it home. I'm not really sure why. I think she wasn't very comfortable with her parents knowing that it was in the house. So my friend leaves, and I decide to go hang out with my mother while she's getting ready to go out.
Hey, Mom. Hey, what's up?
And it just so happened to be the anniversary of David's passing.
Went to Africa and you fell in a tree.
And so we were looking through photo albums, talking about him, reminiscing about how wonderful he was. And then all of a sudden, this mirror flies off the wall. We looked at each other in shock. Both of us walked over to it and inspected it, obviously, because we wanted to find some sort of explanation for it.
It is odd.
That nail was very, very sturdy in the wall. The wire at the back wasn't frayed. There was no damage to it whatsoever. It was as if someone had come along and pushed it up, and it dropped on the floor. There was absolutely no logical explanation to what had happened.
What do you think? I don't know.
When my mother said, I think that's David, it was quite earnest and almost hopeful. And it was a very sort of comforting feeling in a strange way, because we had just been talking about him, we had just been reminiscing, and, you know, it would be nice if he had come to say hello. While we were inspecting, I glanced up, just out of curiosity to see if there had been a draft or something like that. And I noticed these footprints on the ceiling that I had never noticed before. And it was then that I started feeling very uneasy, because I had been in that room hundreds of times. I had lain on my mother's bed hundreds of times, and I had never noticed those footprints until that moment. It was as if someone had taken off their shoes and had walked on the ceiling. My mother had never noticed the footprints before, and she said, "Oh, that's very odd." My mother leaves to go out for the evening, and I'm alone in the house. So I decide to go downstairs to listen to some music, to hang out, just to relax. I had a little room in the basement that was all mine, and it had my stereo, TV, all that sort of thing. So I'm downstairs, I'm just listening to some music, and I'm feeling very unsettled, as if I'm being watched. You don't know if your mind is playing tricks on you. You think, am I going crazy? Why do I feel like I'm constantly being peered in on, if you will? It felt very menacing. Down the hallway, I see a shadow. And I decide, okay, I have to go and investigate this, because I'm supposed to be alone in this house. What is going on? So as I walk towards the area where the shadow is, it's growing colder in temperature. The hairs on my arms and on the back of my neck are starting to go up. I'm feeling very, very uncomfortable. I want to flee from the house, but I have to figure out what's going on. So as I approach where the shadow was, it disappeared. It was as if it just dissolved. I decide I'm going to force myself to stay down here, relax a little bit, and prove to myself that nothing is really going on. I'm calming myself down, listening to music, trying to shake the terrified feeling that I had previously, when all of a sudden, I felt like something was right beside me. There was a presence that was so real. I could feel something touching me. Something was almost embracing me with darkness. I have never been that terrified in my entire life. Something was gonna get me. I was being chased. I had to get away from this, or I might die. I'm thinking, I'm not gonna make it. My name is Amy, and June 15th, 1991 was the scariest night of my life.
Oh, cool, you got it.
My friend had purchased a spirit board.
Did you move it? No, do it.
This mirror flies off the wall. There was no damage to it whatsoever. It was as if someone had come along and pushed it up, and it dropped on the floor. I'm feeling very unsettled, as if I'm being watched. It felt very menacing. My entire personal space was invaded, and there was an electricity or some sort of presence, and not a positive one, a very negative presence that made me feel like something was gonna get me. I had to get away from this, or I might die. I couldn't see anything, I couldn't hear anything, but I knew something was there. Some sort of demonic or just a malevolent spirit. I immediately ran up those stairs faster than I've run anywhere. But it escalated, the feeling that I was being chased and that something was right on my heels coming after me. And it felt like it was gaining on me. So I had to run faster and harder to get away from it. And I can see my bedroom door, and it's getting closer, and this thing is closer behind my back. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna make it. Finally, I jump in the room, and I slam the door as hard as I can, and I jump right into bed, and I pull the covers, I'm not ashamed to say, up over my head, because I think I am safe under the covers. I realize that I am completely alone in this. My mother's not in the house. There's no one here with me that can A, share this experience, but B, save me from this experience. I have never felt that isolated and alone in my life. Facing something that dark and that frightening, and to be all alone in that moment, compounded the terror. I'm not a very religious person, but I was praying to anybody who would listen to me to save me from this moment. And I'm trembling, I feel sick to my stomach with fear. It was just an all-encompassing feeling, and so I was trying to breathe very slowly to bring myself down from this terror, and it's starting to happen. I'm starting to feel as though the spirit, or whatever it was, has maybe left. Maybe I was correct in coming to my bedroom, that it is my safe place. Then all of a sudden, I hear these faint scratches that start to come very, very softly, and I'm thinking, what is this? We've never had rodents. My beloved cat had passed away. I don't own a pet. It's supposed to just be me in the room. I was wrong. This isn't over. And the noise is getting louder and closer. And I'm thinking, where am I gonna go now? I'm trapped in this bed. And what's outside my door? I'm paralyzed now with complete and utter terror. Whatever these things were trying to scratch through the floor. And all I can think is that maybe it's not of this world because of what is going on. The volume was growing and growing, and I was thinking, how loud is this going to get? It got to the point where I had taken the sides of the blanket and put them over my ears because I didn't know what else to do. I was so alone at that moment, and I'm just praying to whoever, whatever out there will help me. The thought of whatever could make a noise like that, touching my body, I would be destroyed. Whatever this was going to kill me. I just kept saying, please, please don't come on the bed. Just go away. Why isn't this stopping? And why is this happening? Because if it gets on the bed, whatever this is, I'm a goner for sure. The energy in the room was so dark and all-encompassing. I honestly thought that I was going to have a heart attack. I could feel a presence. I don't want to be in this house anymore. My name is Amy, and June 15th, 1991 was the scariest night of my life. My entire personal space was invaded. I couldn't see anything, I couldn't hear anything, but I knew something was there. I immediately ran up the stairs, and it felt like it was gaining on me. When I honestly thought that I was going to have a heart attack, and I was at the peak of my terror and the peak of the sound of it, and the energy in the room was so dark and all-encompassing, it just stopped. It was as if it had never happened. After several moments, I decide I have to peek out, see, is there anything left? Is there any evidence of what just happened? So very, very slowly, I lower the covers and think, okay, I have to double check for my own sanity's sake to make sure that there isn't actually an animal trapped in my room. There's no sign of any disruption. Nothing is out of place. There's no scratches. There's nothing damaged. It's as if the room was exactly how I had left it a little while ago. I'm checking under the bed, and there's that spirit board. And I'm thinking, what? Did we bring something in? We thought that nothing had happened with that spirit board, but did something come in through it? And what have I done? Who did we bring back? At first I thought, could this be David? But then realized, I don't think so, because he was warm and kind and welcoming. He would never, ever do anything to terrify me. So if we didn't bring David back, what did we bring back? I think we brought something malevolent through that board. I'm not going to get any sleep at all. I need to calm myself down. And the energy had shifted a little bit, and I felt a little bit safer, and I needed to clear my head and to sort of reconcile what had just happened. So I decided to go to the kitchen, call my mom, and make myself a cup of tea.
Are you coming home soon?
And all of a sudden, I could feel a presence. And it was, again, dark and malevolent. And I'm starting to get that feeling of, I want to run. I don't want to be in this room. I want to get out. I don't want to be in this house anymore. And then out of the corner of my eye, I see the cupboard door open. I'm leaving the kitchen, and next comes tumbling out one after another of dishes, plates. Plates that my mother had securely stacked. She is fastidious in her housekeeping. Plate after plate comes flying out, one after the other, not as if the shelf gave away and they're tumbling down together. No, it was one after the other after the other. My heart can't take any more terror, and I decided I'm leaving this house and I'm going to wait for my mom outside. And that was the scariest night of my life. So in hindsight, I think if we had never done anything with that spirit board, this probably wouldn't have happened. We definitely invited something in that night. I also was very naive in techniques of how to cleanse a house. We never had any sort of definitive house cleansing or any ritual or anything to shut that thing out. There had been strange happenings after that. I continued to live in that house for another 11 years.